Welcome back, everyone. Today we're back on the restoration of my 1983 Harley Davidson Electroglide. This bike has come a long way already. I completely stripped it down to the bare bones, and I mean everything off. Since then, I've had a ton of parts professionally powder coated and cerakoted, so not only is this build going to look incredible, it's built to last. Right now, we're at a really exciting stage. It's back to being a rolling frame again, and it's starting to look like a motorcycle finally. That said, we're not quite there yet. There's still no engine in it, and there's plenty of work ahead. But from this point on, things really start coming together. In this series, I'll be documenting the entire rebuild, from assembling the engine to wiring, finishing touches, and that most important first startup. So if you're into classic Harleys restoration or bringing old motorcycles back to life, you are definitely in the right place. This full restoration series is linked in the description below. Starting to feel increasingly good about my decision to label and box and bag everything up. I mean, I still can't find anything, but it's a bit easier. There we go. That looks lovely. So this has been re-powder coated. A series of tiny little clips all the way around. Now, to you guys, that probably looked easy. That took 3 attempts to get that right, but looks great now. Let's pop it on the bike, shall we? Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. This bit has been powder coated. It's like a textured powder coat. That's how it was from the factory. And then this top is like a gloss, smooth powder coat. It has a headlight panel that goes over the front, and a cell, they call it. I can't find one. I'm still looking for one. So if you do come across one, now you might be thinking there's a lot left to do. You've got the grommets missing here. Well, they're on the way. I've told you that. We've got what would be the original ignition switch here. Now that's going back, so it looks nice and standard, but it won't be what it's going to have in the future. So the reason I'm putting all of this on today, guys, is I'm trying to establish and work out my wiring. I think I'm going to use a Moto gadget unit that will be hidden away so you can't see anything. So I've got a better ignition system in terms of security, in terms of turning the physical ignition on and off. And I can get rid of all the nasty relays and old school fuses, and I can have a nice modern unit that's hidden away, but that isn't then destroying the look of a classic bike. So I'm going to have the standard switches up here, but they'll be wired into a Moto gadget unit. So I'm putting this on so that I can establish how much space I've got up under here. So this is where all the original old school relays went. So I'm trying to work out how much space I've got to get everything in nice and neat. Not only that, when you're restoring an Electroglide and you've got it in pieces and you've only got a tiny workshop like me, the parts take over and I don't want them getting damaged. So the more I can get on the bike, even if we have to take them on and off again, which hopefully won't be too much, I think that's going to limit the amount of damage. When I look at this, guys, I just think Bedford CF. Anyone else know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Drop it in the comments below. Right, next up, guys, we're going to fit the rear master cylinder and some of the brackets. We will put this back on afterwards because it's saving it getting scratched when the stand's on. So we've got a brand new master cylinder. Let's get this bolt out of the way. So brand new chrome master cylinder. Again, we've cleaned up all the bolts, put new lock nuts on the back. And while we're here, I'll give a big shout out to young Ethan and his dad who came to visit Patch's repair shop today and have a look at the bikes. I reckon we're about to get wet, guys, and we have to go and do an inside job. So I've polished up all of the brake lever, which was in a bad way. And to be honest, I didn't think it was going to polish up, but it has. So we've got to be happy about that. So a little bit of grease on there, even though we've got a grease nipple. And then we've got this freshly powder coated bracket, which goes on here. And then we got freshly powder coated rod, which is going to go in there, hopefully, he says. Right, we're getting soaked now. Inside job. Right, so we'll pop that away, keep it nice and safe for now. Okay, front brake calipers. Bodies have been vapor blasted and recoated. So everything's lovely and clean. And we've got, let's hope they're right, some new seal kits and new pistons. So I haven't checked these, so I'm really hoping that they are correct. And they are not, obviously. I've just spotted the problem. Well, probably the problem. 84 to 89. Mine is an 83. Anything correct? That will be a no. This is what you come up against when you're restoring old motorbikes. Right. It would turn out that the rear caliper and the front caliper use the same pistons. This is one new piston that I've already bought. I thought they came as a pair. They didn't. My bad. So I've just ordered 3 more of these, 2 for the front, 1 extra for the rear. And it also came to my attention as I was having a read through what I'd actually ordered that the rear caliper seal kits are also the same as the front caliper seal kits, which makes perfect sense because the rear pistons are the same. Right, so we got 3 new pistons on order. This one's already brand new, genuine Harley Davidson new old stock, and I got 1 seal kit. So, in the spirit of actually getting something done today, shall we fit at least 1? And then we got at least half of the rear caliper ticked off the list then. Let's get a little bit of slippery stuff in here. Right, now we've got the seal in. I don't think we'll get that piston in. Sorry, I don't think we'll get this dust cover in with the piston in. So let me have a go at getting this in. And while I'm here, guys, looking at this week's data, 74% of people who watch the channel haven't subscribed. So if you like bike stuff, if you like me rescuing old bikes, restoring this Harley, guys, do me one simple free thing, and that is smash that subscribe button, hit like, and drop us a comment. It all makes a massive difference and spurs me on to make more of these videos for you guys. Right. See if we can pop this piston in now. Right, so that's one in, guys, with the new seals. That's all looking really nice. Get my dirty paw prints off it now. Again. Right, at least we got one in. Let me go and order some other bits. Right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you've made it this far, don't forget, smash subscribe, drop us a like, drop us a comment. We've got the front dash on, we've got the speedo head built back up, we've got the brake pedal in, we've got the new rear master cylinder in, and we got one half of the caliper done because the rest of our parts are wrong. Can't be helped. It's the way it goes with old Harley restoration. So I'm Dino. This is Patch's Repair Shop. I'm going to smash a couple of videos down here for you guys to click on, and I'll see you next week.